We've got to get the best trained personnel in these elementary schools.
Manatee County schools switching gears with their school safety strategy while they're now considering a new plan. And suicide deaths increasing across the country, how resources here on the Suncoast are helping save lives. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Jacqueline have the evening off. Topping our news tonight, Manatee County Schools is now considering a new strategy for student safety. The armed school faculty members called Guardians in elementary schools next year will be temporary with a new long-term plan for years to come. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Bayshore High School tonight to explain what that plan could look like. Jess?
Adam, the school district and the sheriff's office are hoping that by fall of 2019, there'll be a deputy in every school. School board members changed their minds after watching an active shooter drill here at Bayshore High School earlier this week. They watched the deputies in action and now feel that trained law enforcement is the best solution for school safety. Time is running out for Manatee County schools.
We probably will not, because of the time crunch, have enough guardians to fill all the elementary schools, so we will supplement that like we did before with the off-duty detail with deputies filling in.
The decision came after a meeting this morning between the district and sheriff's office. The two agencies will work together to try to put a deputy in every school starting in the fall of 2019.
They have the experience, the recurrent training that should the unfortunate event occur, they immediately go into action. And I don't believe you're going to learn that in a 6-week Guardian program.
Sheriff Rick Wells plans to start building a 47 deputy team of school resource officers. He says he will transition those deputies into the schools as he can.
They have to go through the law enforcement academy. They have to be FDLE certified. That's going to be 6 months.
By the start of the 2019-2020 school year, the hope is to have SROs in every school.
It's what we want, and I think it's what the parents want, and I think it's what our staff and faculty want.
But right now, the priority is hiring and training armed guardians. The sheriff's office will be a part of that hiring process, the hope being to eventually hire some of these guardians as full-time deputies if they're qualified.
We'll take those younger deputies that want to become law enforcement officers and we'll put them on the road and take the older deputies that are now ready to do something different, that may want to be at an elementary school, and put them there. They have been around and they've seen a lot of things and they know how to handle situations better.
Now, there is a big funding hurdle when it comes to this plan. The school district and the sheriff's office need to figure out who will pay these 47 SROs. Now, when it comes to capital expenses, things like vehicles, for now, the school district and sheriff's office have decided that these guardians will not be provided vehicles, that they'll drive their own. Reporting live in Bayshore Gardens, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess. Some new developments tonight in the state's effort to put armed officers in all Florida schools. The commission investigating the Parkland school massacre met again today to discuss school safety. Two sheriffs on the commission say it is unrealistic to believe there will be armed officers or guards assigned to all state schools by this fall. The Polk County Sheriff says he doesn't have enough qualified applicants for the 100 additional deputies he would need to hire. The Pinellas County Sheriff saying school districts are struggling to pay for their share of the hiring. The commission will report their findings on what led to the attack to Governor Rick Scott by January 1st. A Florida judge will decide if part of the alleged Parkland school shooter's confession will be made public. Today, attorneys for Nicholas Cruz asked the judge to stop a release of a statement from their client's recorded confession. Cruz gave that confession to a detective after he was arrested for the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Prosecutors say portions of that statement could be made public on Monday, but Cruz's attorneys argue that the statement will impede their client's right to a fair and impartial trial. The judge said she would read the transcript and watch the confession video before making a final decision. And for the latest developments on this story, as well as breaking news across the Suncoast, download our free app and don't forget to enable weather alerts as well now that we are in hurricane season. And now to the man behind many of those weather alerts, Bob Harrigan, our chief meteorologist. And Bob, are we still expecting some nice weather this weekend?
We are. We're going to get to that in a little bit, Adam, but I'll tell you what, as far as the weather alerts go, also download the ABC7 First Alert weather app. You'll get the weather alerts on that. On top of that, we give little 30-second video snippets of something is having an impact on us here, or even a little tropical update, if you will, on that ABC7 Weather First Alert app. So keep that in mind. Here's what's happening. The Titan radar picture showing this low pressure system right here. It's an upper level to mid-level low. It's been sitting there and spinning. And last night, late around 10 o'clock, it brought us some showers on shore. Here's a line of showers approaching, and then all of a sudden they fall apart. A little bit of rain fell near Anna Maria Island. This down here, again, they're having military exercises, and this is known as SHAF. This activity you see right there pushing off toward the northeast. That would be the wind flow. It's out of the west-southwest right now. These are real legitimate storms taking place now into Polk County, and boy, it's really firing up here. There have been reports of some severe weather with some of these lines as they make their way to the east-northeast at around 10 to 15, and other outflow boundaries are going to really enhance these storms over the next hour or so. Nothing going on right here. There are some outflow boundaries having a hard time breaking through that west wind right now currently, but nothing going on, so things look pretty quiet here through this evening. Well, much more in our forecast for the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you, Bob. Famed chef and author and storyteller Anthony Bourdain is dead at the age of 61. CNN confirming that death was caused by suicide. Bourdain was found unresponsive this morning by a close friend. Jeremy Roth tells us about the legacy the bad boy chef leaves behind.
Famed chef and CNN host Anthony Bourdain has died.
Anthony was found dead this morning in his hotel room in France.
The Parts Unknown host was in France filming an episode of his award-winning series. In a statement, CNN President Jeff Zucker called Bourdain a storyteller, gifted writer, and a world traveler. He was known not only for exploring the food of regions across the world, but also the human condition and what connects us all.
We ask very simple questions. What makes you happy? What do you eat? What do you like to cook? And everywhere in the world we go and ask these very simple questions, we tend to get some really astonishing answers.
His first book, Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, catapulted him to fame in 2000. He went on to host shows on the Travel Channel and Food Network before landing at CNN in 2013.
And then you just hack off noodles, you just drop them in your bowl.
Now, is it appropriate to just pop one of these whole suckers in your mouth, or do you think that you should be a little more...
Well, slurping is totally acceptable in this part of the world.
Once called the original rock star of the culinary world and the Elvis of bad boy chefs by the Smithsonian, Bourdain was known as an advocate for safer working conditions for restaurant staffs. Bourdain leaves behind an 11-year-old daughter. He was 61 years old.
Back here on the Suncoast, there are many resources to help people who may be having suicidal thoughts, whether it be a suicide hotline, a counselor, or a psychiatrist. Warning signs that a loved one may be depressed include moving away from their daily routine, such as staying in their room too much, not going to work, or a change in appetite. A Bradenton woman who has suffered from suicidal thoughts in the past says joining a local support groups helped save her life. She also urges people not to keep depressed or suicidal thoughts to themselves.
You have to think, well, am I more worried about stigma or losing my life, And you have to think, well, I want to live, so you have to get over that.
The number for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255, which you can see on your screens right there. We have that number and many other resources on our website, mysuncoast.com. A Manatee County man is sentenced to life in prison for sexual battery and kidnapping to terrorize. According to the state attorney's office, back in 2017, Brandon Williams showed up at his ex-girlfriend's workplace where he beat her and another woman before sexually battering them. Officials say Williams took both victims' phones and the business phone to prevent them from calling for help. Williams was found guilty Thursday of sexual battery, kidnapping to terrorize, robbery, trespassing, and battery. An update now on a robbery at University Town Center Mall. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say Everett Williams was arrested this morning. Williams was wanted for robbing Kay Jewelers back in December. Deputies say he asked an employee if he could see several engagement rings and then snatched them from the salesperson's hand and ran out of the mall into that waiting car that you just saw. He was found in Hillsborough County today and booked into jail. And the Sarasota Police Department is holding another community meeting to talk about stopping Suncoast gun violence. This is the second forum held by the police department focusing on eliminating that gun violence throughout the community. The first meeting was held last May following a string of shootings in Newtown. The meeting will be next Thursday, June 14th from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex. Well, coming up, police in South Florida are searching for a woman they believe was dragged into a lake by an alligator. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast for the weekend ahead. Plus, could a new blood test finally say how pregnant you are? Those stories straight ahead.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
My health has improved. It's simple to use and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean works on all CPAP machines and popular masks, destroying CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and in just minutes, voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Now to a developing story in Davie, Florida, where right now police are searching for a woman after an alligator reportedly dragged her into a lake. That woman was walking her dogs at a nature park when the gator attacked. Andrew Scheinthal explains what witnesses saw at that park.
You know, this could have been one of us. It could have been me or my kids out here and an alligator come out of nowhere.
A frightening scene in Davie Friday morning. Police say a witness called them around 9:45, telling them a woman who was walking her dogs went missing along the lake at Silver Lakes Rotary Nature Preserve. When officers arrived on scene, they found the dogs, but not the woman. Now they're investigating the possibility this woman was snatched by a gator.
There is plenty of gators in this lake. I'm out here all the time with my kids, my husband. You can see them. They're at least 8-9 foot alligators.
Patricia Ramsran lives near the lakes and visits them often with her family. She says she sees the gators all the time and isn't surprised one bit.
There's not even big signs out here telling about alligators being posted into this water, and they're huge.
So you're not shocked this happened?
Not at all, but heartbreaking.
Officers surrounded the lake with Florida Fish and Wildlife searching for the gator and the woman. One was spotted at the scene, but Davie police haven't said if they believe that is the gator responsible.
I just pray for the lady. I pray for the lady. It's very sad.
A Miami news station is now reporting that an arm was found in the stomach of an alligator captured from that body of water. We will continue to bring you more information on this developing story as it becomes available. Back here at home, a small upgrade on Siesta Beach. Take a look. Sarasota County recently replacing one of the yellow lifeguard stands with a new one. On the left, the paint is faded and chipped. And if you ever wondered why the lifeguard stands are painted different colors, according to Sarasota County Emergency Services, almost 20 years ago, over 12 children became lost on the beach. So at the suggestion of one of the lifeguards, the stands were painted in different colors so they could easily identify the locations on the beach to keep it from happening again. And those lifeguard stands should be crowded this weekend, Bob, if everything goes according to, I think, the plan that you've talked about for a couple days now.
Right, and the lifeguards out there saving lives, and they can, especially when there's rip currents, and that's not going to be an issue this particular weekend. We are looking at a picture sent in. Actually, I got it from Norm Schimmel. Norm Schimmel, a frequent contributor to pics at mysuncoast.com, getting this one of a sandhill crane in Northport, and I got that today. Norm, appreciate it, and happy birthday, by the way. It's your birthday. All right. Casey Key showing nice weather out there on the area beaches, clear water conditions. We're going to have a red tide report here coming up in just about 40 minutes or so. Casey Key webcam showing calm conditions out there in the waters. A lot of boating will be taking place over the weekend. Be careful. Manatees are out and about now that the water temperature is warmed up, and that means a slowdown in those zones. Now, as far as the rainfall goes, we had some late night showers last night that really weren't showing up on the forecast models. I don't think we'll see a repeat performance, but we'll have to watch this nonetheless. You can see this area of low pressure spinning out here. It's not that evident with the cloud cover, but you can see it right there. It's a mid-level low, and it did send a wave of showers toward the Suncoast about an hour ago. That has since dissipated. Again, this is a trough in the jet stream extending all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico, and in the base of that trough you have this little low spinning in the mid-levels, and that is enhancing showers and storms every once in a while, but it is moving further away from us, and that's a good thing for the weekend. Weekend is looking pretty good for us at this point, and you can see that line of showers that we're approaching kind of fading away, but also giving a little bit more push to these storms toward the east and east coast. The heavy weather now blowing up into Polk County, and boy, those storms are dumping heavy amounts of rainfall right now, and you can see that activity as well moving into Highlands County. We have some showers and storms into Highlands County and off into the immediate coast. Not a lot going on, so if you're planning this evening for a bike ride or some tennis or whatever it may be, it should not be interrupted by any rain around. All that rain well to the east of our immediate area near the coast. The rainfall has been rather heavy, especially inland areas the past 6 hours, but this is the past 24 hours. Over 4 inches of rain fell in the southeastern portions of DeSoto County. Well, here's a future cast, one particular model showing some showers and storms mainly to the north of us on into the morning on Saturday. We'll keep an eye on that. Sometimes it can shift a little bit further south, but right now the news is that should stay to our north. Our rain chance is only at 20% for a passing shower tomorrow. And still with high pressure nosing in, we'll have a little less chance of a widespread rain event over the weekend, but we will see a few scattered showers and a few storms. Again, with that low pressure and that trough in the northern Gulf of Mexico, we'll see an onshore flow for the most part. It'll be rather weak, though. We're talking about 10 knots or less out there for boaters. We continue to watch this area down here. Some models are indicating that we are going to see something pop up. We talked about this a few days ago. We're going to show you the GFS, or the American model, and it's still suggesting a weak system moving into the Gulf of Mexico. This is June 14th, so next Thursday, and then traveling toward the lower Mississippi Valley. So this bears watching. It had been closer to Florida over the past few runs over the past couple of days, so it's shifting west. The European isn't even showing anything on it yet, so that's a good sign. We'll just have to wait and see how it plays out over the weekend if the European does pick up on it. 72, it's cooled in Orlando. It's 86 in Sarasota now, and temperatures near the coast, mid-80s, 80 in Cortez. They had that little shower activity move by. 83 now in Bradenton and the Gulf of Mexico. Water temperature warming up 83. For boaters tomorrow, I mentioned it looks good. Seas will be running less than 2 feet, a light chop in the bays and inland waters. Here's the forecast then as we see it. Slight chance, 20 on Saturday. High temperatures close to 90 near the beaches, though, place to be. Mid-80s there for highs. And then a 40% chance for rain on Monday and Tuesday. Dropping the rain chances because of that shift of the models now with the GFS taking it further away from us, but we'll keep an eye on it for you. 40% chances now Thursday and Friday. Adam?
All right, thank you, Bob. Now to our first alert, traffic. Let's take a look at the maps. This is downtown Bradenton, where there are some backups over the DeSoto Bridge at this hour, heading north into Palmetto from downtown Bradenton. So keep an eye out for that. In health news tonight, when will a pregnant woman deliver her baby? Right now, an informed guess is the best doctors can do, but will a new blood test tell us more? Here's ABC's Janae Norman.
Currently, the best tool a doctor has to decide the number of weeks of a pregnancy is an ultrasound. They give a good idea of how far along a given pregnancy is, but an ultrasound can't tell when a woman will deliver. The leading cause of infant death is preterm birth, and with a more precise delivery date, doctors can prepare at-risk pregnancies sooner. Researchers in this pilot study done at Stanford developed a test that looks for genetic RNA particles circulating in the blood. They found that RNA may provide an accurate estimate of fetal development and gestational age throughout pregnancy. The blood test was as accurate as ultrasound. The test would allow doctors to predict up to 2 months in advance a risk of spontaneous preterm birth. Researchers told ABC News that non-invasive blood tests like these, which they hope to test more broadly in the next few years, will lead to healthier pregnancies and healthier babies. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News.
A type of superbug bacteria is increasingly spreading among people who inject drugs. A new report says users of heroin and other injection drugs were 16 times more likely than other people to develop severe illnesses from MRSA. MRSA bacteria often live on the skin without causing any symptoms, but they can become more dangerous if they enter the bloodstream, destroying heart valves or causing other damage. U.S. health officials have tied MRSA to as many as 11,000 deaths per year. Well, coming up, a pickup truck crashes into a Starbucks coffee shop, and a massive tornado caught on camera. A look at the damage it left behind.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Florida Studio Theater presents Always Patsy Cline, now held over due to popular demand. A tuneful and memorable tribute, Patsy Cline's rise to legendary stardom is told through the eyes of her biggest fan. Featuring such hit songs as Walkin' After Midnight, I Fall to Pieces, Crazy, and many more you know and love. Critics are calling Always Patsy Cline warm and genuine and engaging. Audiences calling it outstanding. Always Patsy Cline is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting FloridaStudioTheater.org.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Take a step back in time with your kids for summer vacation. I'm Joey Panic on Suncoast View. South Florida Museum brings us the history of Florida fossils and shows there were reptiles here much bigger than gators. We celebrate Father's Day with a throwback to some of Dad's favorite retro toys. We'll look at a classic collection. Plus, our beauty expert brings the best in summer skincare, and Burger Fi joins us in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service, It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
One person is dead and 5 others are injured after a pickup truck crashed into a Starbucks in Utah. Authorities say that truck crashed and rolled, hitting the coffee shop. 3 people sitting at patio tables were hit, killing 1 and critically injuring the other 2. The driver was removed from the truck and taken to the hospital. 2 kids inside the truck had minor injuries. Authorities are still investigating the cause of that crash. And take a look at this video of a tornado that formed Wednesday in Wyoming. Meteorologists telling residents to take shelter as that tornado touched down. Officials say not 1 but 2 tornadoes tore through the area, ripping apart barns and garages. And you could take a look here at some of the damage those twisters left behind. They also took down power lines, leaving up to 800 residents in the dark. One of those tornadoes was at least a quarter-mile wide. Despite all of that damage, no injuries have been reported. A Good Samaritan cop going above the line of duty. In China, an elderly man with 2 canes was walking the crosswalk in front of traffic when this traffic cop helped the man by lifting him up onto his back and walking him across that busy street. The officer says he helped the man because he didn't want him to get hurt or hold up traffic. This is the second time this has occurred in this town. Last month, another police officer carried an elderly woman across the street. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a paranormal circus is officially open in Palmetto. Why some are skeptical about that show's content. Plus, a look at the sentence for a woman who confessed to kidnapping a newborn child and raising the child as her own. Stick around, we'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.